Okay, good morning.
Okay,
Thank
we
you.
have a question. We may
Good morning.
start
Thank you.
another again.
Okay. Good morning. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. As the coordinator, I will guiding the flow of our group presentation to ensure that everything runs smoothly and stays on track. Today, our group will be presenting a corporate storytelling review of the short film The Guardians of Life Moments by Alliance. Our discussion will be structured into 7 key parts: the introduction, video overview, plot, theme, symbolism, script, and audience engagement. Our presentation will begin with Ainul, who will introduce the video and provide an overview, followed by plot. Next, Nick will continue by discussing the main theme presented in the film. I will then take over to present the symbolism used in the video. After that, Irfan will analyze the script, focusing on how dialogue and narration support the story. And finally, I will conclude our presentation by discussing audience engagement and overall impact of the video. Without further delay, I would now like to invite our first presenter, Ainul, to begin with the presentation.
So, for introduction, the corporate storytelling video we choose is The Guardians of Life Moments, produced by Allianz Malaysia. Allianz Malaysia is a well-known as insurance companies that provides coverage for life, health, motor, and various general insurance plans. They also highlight the importance of protection, empathy, and also providing support during the most difficult moments in life. So next, for the video overview of this corporate storytelling is first, they have Lee, a humble insurance agent, compared to his friends who appear more successful and confident. Next, the video highlights the constraint between perceived success and genuine kindness, and also the video delivers a message about appreciation, empathy, and the true friendship. So for the plot, the exposition, the story begins by introducing Lee, a humble insurance agent who is constantly underestimated by his more successful friends, and they see him as less successful, which creates a clear constraint between external success and the inner values. For rising action, the tension is crossed when one of their friends reveals he rejected Lee's invitation to meet, and at that time, Alicia shows discomfort when her name was mentioned. She admits that Lee had contacted hers before, and climax begins when Alicia finally reveals the truth, which is during her mother's illness and passing, Lee was the only person who showed up to help her, and this moment completely changed the audience perception of Lee. For the following action, the groups become silent and feeling guilty and realizing how unfair they have judged Lee just based on surface level success. The resolution, the story concludes with Alicia revealing that only Lee helped her in her time of need. This situation highlights that true friendship is shown in moments of hardship rather than success. So, personally, uh, I think that this video is, I think the plot of this video is very touching and realistic. It highlights how society often values status over sincerity. And the video reminds us of that kindness, empathy, and genuine presence in difficult time matter more than material success. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ainul, for the clear explanation of the plot. Now that we understand the storyline, I would like to invite the next presenter to continue with the theme explored in the video.
Thank you, Hakimi. Okay, next, we'll talk about the theme in the video. The video show important value through a character named Lee. The three main themes in this video are responsibility, protection, and unsung hero. The first theme is responsibility. In the video, Lee show a strong sense of responsibility by watching over people during important moment in their life. Even though no one's tell Lee to do this, Lee still chooses to help. This this show that responsibility means doing the right thing even no one's is watching. Lee understand the importance of his role and always stay alert to make sure others are safe. The second theme is protection. In the video, Lee appear during critical situation to protect others. Lee step in at the right time, like to prevent harm and guide the person to safety. This protection is not only physical but also emotional. Uh, Asleep reason give comfort and confidence. These themes highlight how protection can change someone's life during the difficult time. The third theme is unsung hero. He is a clear example of an unsung hero. He does not receive prize or recognition for his action. After helping, Lee quietly live without expecting thanks. Many people do not even realize that Lee was the one who helps them. This show uh, that true hero to do not look for attention. They help because they care. Okay, next slide. Okay, for my personal response, the video make me realize that responsibility and protection not always come from the people in power, but from ordinary individual who truly care. Lee help others without asking for price, which show me what an unsung hero really is. This video also make me think the people in my own life who protect and support me quietly, such as my family or my friends. And sometime I do not notice their effort, but they are always there when I need them. Because of this video, I feel more thankful and inspired to appreciate them more. Overall, the video taught me that I should be more responsible, help others when I can, and not expect recognition lightly. I want to protect and support people around me in a small but meaningful ways. So that's all. I
Thank
pass
you,
to
Nick.
the
Thank you, Nick, for elaborating on the central theme of the short film. Moving forward, we will now look at the symbolism used in the video. With that, I will present the symbolism part. In the video, the Guardian of Life Moment by Alliance. In the video, the Guardian of Life Moments, several object, action, and visual elements carry deeper symbolic meaning beyond their literal appearance. One symbolic object is the dining table during the reunion scene. Literally, it is just a place for classmates together, but symbolically, it represents social judgment, comparison, and hidden hierarchies. It becomes the space where Lee is silently belittled, highlighting how society values status over sincerity. Another symbolic item is Alicia mother frame photo displayed during the funeral scene. On the surface, it simply shows a loved one who has passed away, but symbolically, it represents legacy, memories, and the emotional weight of losing a parent. The video also used lighting as a symbolic tool. The reunion scene are bright and warm, symbolizing superficial joy, while the hospital scene are dim and cold, representing fear, uncertainty, and emotional collapse. Likewise, The act of Lee knocking on the hospital door carries symbolic significance. Literally, he is just entering the room, but symbolically, it represents hope arriving at Alicia's most desperate moments, showing how real help sometimes comes quietly and unexpectedly. This symbolic element collectively points to deeper abstract concept. The concept between bright and dark scene conveys the duality of life happiness and heartbreak existing side by side. Lee symbolization symbolize selflessness, loyalty, and the unseen sacrifice of ordinary people. Meanwhile, the recurring contrast between celebrating and crisis reflect the abstract theme of true friendship versus superficial relationship. Through this object and action, the video successfully transforms ordinary detail into meaningful representation of love, loss, support, and humility. My personal response, the symbolism in the video feels powerful and relatable because it mirrors real life experience. The contrast between the cheerful reunion table and the lonely hospital scene reminded me of how life can shift suddenly from happiness to heartbreak. This simple act of coming to the hospital also felt meaningful to me because it symbolized how genuine comfort often comes from people we least expect. The symbolic moment reflect situation many of us face, being judged, being underestimated, and discovering who truly stands by us when life becomes difficult. The symbolism is subtle but realistic, and it enhance the emotional impact of the story. They conclude with the symbolism session. I will now invite the next presenter to continue the script.
Thank you, Irfan Kimi. My name is Muhammad Irfan Memo Arif. For this part of the presentation, I will be focusing on the script. The script of this video is a strong example of effective corporate storytelling because it communicates alliance message through emotion and real life experience. Rather than that, direct promotion. From the beginning, the script sets a calm and realistic tone, allowing the audience to slowly enter the story. At the start of the video, we are shown ordinary moments of daily life. These scenes are simple and quiet, such as people going through their routines and spending time with loved ones. The script deliberately focus on these moments to show how life normally feels safe and stable. This approach helps the audience relate to the story because it reflects situation that we experience in our own life. As the video progresses, the script carefully introduces moments of tension and uncertainty. Life-changing events are not shown in a dramatic or exaggerated way, but in a realistic and subtle manner. This makes the story more believable. The script highlights how quickly life can change and how important it is to have someone or something that protects us during these unexpected moments. The idea of the guardian is one of the most important elements in the script. The guardian is not present as a single person, but as a role or presence. Through action of care, responsibility, and support, the script slowly reveals who the guardian is. This method keeps the audience engaged and encourages them to think deeply about the meaning behind the story. Another strength of the script is use of minimal dialogue. The story relies heavily on visual, facial expression, and body language. This allows emotion to be felt naturally without needing many words. The script understands that sometimes silence can be more powerful than dialogue. As a result, the message becomes more emotional and impactful. From a corporate perspective, the script is very effective because Alliance role is integrated smoothly into the story. The brand is not aggressively promoted. Instead, it is positioned as a trusted protector that supports people in their most important life moments. This approach will emotional trust with the audience and avoids the feeling of traditional advertisement. From my personal response, I felt that the script was very meaningful and too provoking, and it made me reflect on how often we take protection for granted. We usually do not think about insurance or protection when life is going well, but the video reminds us that it becomes essential during difficult times. The script also made me appreciate the idea that guardians often work quietly in the background, just like in the video. We may not always see or acknowledge them, but their presence gives us security and peace of mind. This message personally resonate with me because it reflects real life. In addition, I believe the script successful balance emotional storytelling and corporate identity. It does not manipulate emotions, uh, but instead present realistic situation that feel honest. This makes the message more authentic and trustworthy. In conclusion, the script of The Guardian of Life Moments is well structured, emotional, engaging, and highly effective. It transforms Alliance corporate message into a meaningful story about life, care, and protection. Through simple language, through visual and emotional depth, the script leaves a lasting impression on the audience. That's all from me.
Thank you for analyzing the script and highlighting its impact. To wrap up our corporate storytelling review, we will now move on to the engagement aspect of the video. I will be covering this final session by explaining how the Guardian of Life moments capture and maintain the audience attention. Continue with the engagement aspect of the Guardian of Life moments. The video engage the audience mainly through its emotional and relatable storytelling. From the beginning, viewers are drawn into a familiar situation, a class reunion where friends talk about success and achievement. This scene feels realistic and relatable, making the audience comfortable and interested in the story. As the video progresses, the engagement depends when the focus shifts to Alicia's personal experience. The flashback scene of her conversation with Lee and her mother's illness create a strong emotional connection. The hospital scene, in particular, evoke feelings of fear, helplessness, and uncertainty, emotions that many people can relate to when facing a family crisis. This emotional shift keep the audience invested in the story. My emotional response changed through the video. At first, I felt neutral and slightly amused by the reunion conversation. However, when Alicia shared her experience and the story moved into her mother's illness and passing, my emotion shift to sadness and empathy. By the end of the video, when Lee is shown supporting Alicia even after her mother's death, I felt a sense of warmth and appreciation. The character I felt most emotionally connected to was Alicia. Her vulnerability and honesty made her experience feel very real. Her situation reminded me of how people often feel lost and overwhelmed when dealing with family emergencies, especially when they are unsure of what to do or who to rely on. In moments like this, emotional support become just as important as practical help. I also felt connected to Lee, not because he spoke much, but because of his consistent presence and quiet support, which made his role meaningful. His character reflects people in real life who may not always express care through words, but through action and reliability. Many of us have encountered someone like this, someone who simply stays, help, and support without expecting recognition. Overall, Alliance did a good job engaging the audience by using emotional storytelling instead of direct advertising. The video feels authentic because it reflects real life situations such as loss, support, and friendship. And by the end, the audience understand the message clearly. The true guardian are those who stand by us during our hardest moment. This makes the video memorable, impactful, and emotionally engaging. That concludes our presentation. Thank you to all presenters for the clear and well-structured explanation. Overall, corporate storytelling review of the Guardians of Life moments shows how various cinematic elements, plot, theme, symbolism, script, and engagement come together to deliver a meaningful and emotionally impactful message. With that, our group presentation for today comes to an end. Thank you for your time and attention.